Hello, everybody,
Hey, hey,
and hello,
hey.
Annabelle. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you doing? How's everyone doing tonight?
And look, it worked for you. You didn't have to leave and come back because of the audio this time.
Yes. Yes.
Win.
Win, win, winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I had that chicken noodle soup last night. Homemade chicken noodle soup last night. Speaking of winter chicken dinner, and that shit was
Oh,
good
did
too.
you? Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I've well, you know what happened with me. I completely forgot to eat today. So my breakfast slash lunch was Toblerone cheesecake.
I think you showed me a picture of that in the chat. I'm thinking that is so healthy.
Very. It's one of my five a day. It
But
keeps depression and anxiety away.
I have, to be fair, I have a stash of like snack cakes hidden away because if I leave them out in the kitchen, my kids have a tendency to just like casually walking with their hands in their pocket. They'll go into the kitchen, pop the refrigerator door, and just start grabbing whatever they want to, and they'll stuff it in their pockets and head back to the bedroom and play Xbox. Now, mind you, this is a 5 and a 6-year-old,
Oh, I love that.
right? Noah comes in there like he's a gangster, like he's a mobster, just all smooth walking, looking around, scoping the place out, opens the fridge, takes snack cakes. He'll just take shredded cheese, take it to his room and start eating shredded cheese and just playing Xbox.
Oh my God, I've done that. I've actually done that, and I'm 29. All right, but to be fair though, I've changed that around. So instead of having snacks downstairs, I have like a drawer in
Oh
my
my
in my
fuck.
bed. And it's not like a little tiny little drawer; it's a massive drawer, but it's everything. So it's for every mood that I could possibly go through, to the point where it could either be, oh, I just had a bit of a shitty day, or it was mega shitty day, and I'm just like,
You got mood
what
snacks.
I got anything, all kind of snacks to cover it. I got from M&M's peanuts to I've got what have I got? I've got a kilo and a half of tub sour sweets, like this big,
Are you
right?
fucking joking me?
No, I'm serious, legit.
How
I've got a massive bar of Toblerone, a smaller bar of Toblerone. I've got Minstrels, Galaxy bars, Mars bars, all in this crisps. And I've got like lace crisps. Like, I went fucking hardcore and I bought this. So I got this massive snack drawer, and I always like, but I barely eat out of it. It's like a hoarder in me. Like, that's the one thing I hoard, snacks,
Are
because
you
I'm like,
are you hoarding
it is
insulin
a bad
shots?
day, but like,
Are you
what?
hoarding are you
I hoard
hoarding
my snacks,
insulin?
but then I do eat them from time to time. But then I have my friends who come over, or my other half comes over, and he's like,
Oh, the snack
what
queen.
he goes, I'm the snack queen, literally. He goes, what have you got? And I'm like, it's, when you're like, you're like a drug dealer. I know that. What have you got? And I'm like,
You like
what you fancy?
you're like a lifer in prison, right? You're like a person's in prison,
Yeah.
and you got the new folks coming in, and they ain't have commissary for 2 weeks, so they just casually walk up to Annabelle's cell block. So I was like, I'll give you 2 breakfast trays for a nutty bar.
What have you got? And then, to be fair, though, I turn around and I say to him all the time, I'm like, well, I got your favorite. He looks at me and was like, what do you mean? I'm like, I got your Toblerone. He's like, you always have fucking Toblerone. He's like, you're the reason why I'm gaining weight. I'm like, you're not gaining weight, for one, and two, it's your choice whether you want it or not. But he's got sweet tooth, so it's all good. So you're not fucking gaining weight. It's called treating yourself because you've been a good boy. It's like, fuck off. I'm like, all right, I'm sorry.
Hello, Mary Beth. How are you doing? Hello, Ina. Good evening to you. Hello,
Oh, nice. Excuse the hair. God, I look a state today.
I'm assuming this is Ravenstone. How are you doing? Hello, my beautiful wife.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Hi, Star. Hi, Star Tabs.
So yeah,
Ina.
we got a cool show lined up tonight. This band tonight, I think they've been on the show. He'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they've been on the show 3 times. One of the very first bands that I've ever brought on to a show, when I first started doing this, was, I think the show was called Into the Fire, and I had the ladies from Effigy of Hate co-hosting with me. And I think that was the first time, which I just started. They came on. He's been on the show a few months back, about 6, 7 months back. We got him back on again. they got some new music coming out, and I thought this is a perfect opportunity to bring the boys back on.
Nice. Love it.
So without further ado, everybody, please welcome Richie from GRAVEHUFFER.
Woo!
Was I right, Richie? He's about to leave and come back.
Oh, no.
It's like, see, I look, it's going to happen to somebody. You have to leave and then come back. Can you get a sign language?
Reload. So
Reload.
leave and then come back.
Leave, come back. Yeah, leave, come back. Leave, come back. Leave, come back. There we go.
He's got it. He's got it.
Watch me have to be. Are you there now? Leave, then come back.
Message him. Message him.
I'll do that. I'm going to message you. I'm going to remove you too. I'm going to kick him out. He'll get the idea then.
Okay.
Oh, he got it.
In the meantime, whilst Richie's having technical difficulties, let's talk about snacks. What's your favorite snack, Sid? Audience, ladies and gentlemen, what is your favorite snacks out there, guys? Put your favorite snacks in the comments. And
my favorite snack. Damn, I really don't have a favorite snack anymore. Honey buns. Honey buns, like they're donuts glazed. I like donuts.
Oh, yeah.
We call them honey buns here. I like those once in a while.
Honey buns. I love that. Well, we just yeah, in UK it's just glazed donuts. Like, and it's just boring. Fuck.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. I was like, what the hell?
I feel like a traffic control air traffic control man with my waving my hands around like I was. Like, I don't know sign language. I don't think he does either. So we started doing the Motown jive.
Right. I was like, I guess they're telling me to leave and come back.
Yes.
I was like, leave and come back. Could you guys hear me?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
it was weird.
It happens sometimes. It has like its little moment where it goes, meep, and then it kicked me out on several occasions. So I was like, all right, I know what I'm doing. I've done this before.
Well, next time I know, because like during the intro, the sound went off, and I was like, oh shit, I don't know what to do here. And I was like, well, maybe they muted me or something, and then it'll come on when I am introduced or whatever. But it didn't happen. So yeah, well, I don't know what to do next time.
Doritos, Maltesers, carrots, celery, ranch, and peanut butter. Ooh, interesting mixture there, Luna. We're talking about snacks.
Oh,
so Richie,
snacks.
What? First of all, before we start, talking about all about the band and music, what's your favorite snack?
My favorite snack. Man, I love salty. I'm really into salty stuff. I like chips and salsa. I'm really into that. Doritos, any kind of Doritos, like freaking Doritos.
Nachos.
I'll eat a whole bag of Doritos, and then I'll be like, my stomach will be killing me, and I'm like, why the hell did I do that? It happens.
And then you're like, you know what? But it's worth it every time, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, every time I'll go lie down for a minute,
Love that.
It takes me out, man.
Oh, salted caramel Häagen-Dazs inner. Yes, win. Damn. That's a winner right there. Salted caramel. Ooh.
Yeah, my wife
like
likes salted
sweet
caramel.
and savory.
Yeah, that's my wife. She loves
really?
salted caramel.
I'm telling you right now, I get I love sweet and savory, but then if I have too much of sweet, then I feel like I need to have something savory to like counteract it.
Yeah,
and then there's an evening where it's like it's a never-ending circle of like vicious circle of sweet, salty, sweet, salty, and you're like,
right.
I ate too much.
Right.
I don't recommend, you guys. I do not recommend.
Yeah,
but then I do.
Does pizza count as a snack? Does pizza count as a snack?
It's more of a. Well, it depends what you order.
I could smash almost a whole fucking large pizza myself.
Well, yeah, same here. I mean, yeah.
I think all of us can fit into that category, but I wouldn't say it's a snack. It's more of a pre. Well, it's like get yourself ready before you go out, so you have something solid before you have drinks.
Yeah.
And it says pizza is a midnight decision, or it could be early morning too.
Yeah,
Ooh,
same with
well,
like Taco Bell or
there's many
something.
times I had pizza in the morning for breakfast. All right,
Yeah.
all of us, it's like a rite of passage. You have to go through a life where you got pizza on a night out. Never mind, on a night out, you're coming back from the bar or whatever. You got yourself a pizza at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and you get home. You probably ate like one slice,
Right.
maybe two, depending. Like
Yeah.
it's like end of the night, food for champions. You get home, you get through one, maybe two slices, you fall asleep on the rest of it. Fall asleep. You got pepperoni stuck in your fucking eye like this.
Like, I've never gotten that drunk.
Oh, I've done that. I legit. To be fair,
I mean,
though,
I've gotten drunk, but never
like
drinking my
falling.
pizza.
Mate, I caught my own pizza freaking box. I was like, wait, like almost dropped it. Got home, fell asleep on it. Woke up the next day. I thought, fuck it, put it in the microwave, reheat it, added some extra stuff onto it, like extra pepperoni, and ate it.
Who am I talking to? Are you an alien? I mean, really, what is going on here? Am I about to get abducted?
No, I took. Sid, don't worry. I took the day off from KGB. They let me have the day off today.
KGB.
Well, Richie, officially welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you. Thanks for
I'm
having
glad
me.
to have you back.
Right.
Well, now, was I right by saying that it was Into the Fire? Was it Into the Fire our first show we did, or do you even remember?
Yeah, I think so. Was that on XRP or whatever?
Oh, I forget how many times have I had you on a show?
3 or 4 at least.
Damn.
At least.
Yeah.
Like that.
So there was a time it was like me, you, and Jules and Michelle. Yeah, Mush. Yeah, and there's been a couple. I think this is at least our 4th time.
Because I think I have brought you on radio on XRP before for an interview as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was last time, I think it was you and Mike.
Yep. It sure was.
I mean, we've been hanging out for a while then.
We have.
Damn, 4 times. You got to excuse my kids in the living room.
I thought somebody sacrificed in someone.
I am.
I just wasn't sure who was it.
I am.
That's so the show can go on. Sid's got to do a sacrifice.
After the show, I got to do I'm getting them prepped. It's like mommy's in there feeding them candy, like the Hansel and Gretel in there right now, so we can throw them in the oven for Thanksgiving.
Damn.
My kids will kick me in my balls if I try anything like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, mine too.
Whatever, Dad. There you go.
They're like, your dad, you're a dumbass. That ain't happening.
No, my son Noah has called me that. To be fair,
so is mine, my middle, and my oldest.
You're so stupid. You're such a dumbass.
Dad, you're a dumbass.
Where's you learn that from?
Right.
You? I only say it to the video games. I know. Damn it.
Yeah. My 2 oldest are that way, man. They let me have it. No. All words are included. That's for sure.
Anyway,
they're 19 and 15, so
I have a 5, like I said, a 5 and a 6, and one of them is autistic. The oldest one you hear screaming the most. That's the autistic one. So when he gets excited, so he's probably in there playing a video game on the computer, and he's getting excited, or he died. If he dies, you'll hear him scream real loud because he's pissed off.
Right. So,
kind of like Dad does. I guess I'm autistic too.
That's where he learned it.
Fuck Call of Duty. That's all I got to say. Fuck Call of Duty.
Right, God. Bastards.
To be fair, though, I'm surprised they haven't picked up like Russian words, because there's a lot of Ruskies playing Call of Duty, and I kid you not, my other half, right, he learned some of the swear words from Call of Duty, and legit started asking me like, "Is this what this is?" and says it, and I'm like, I did not teach you this. I did not teach you this. Where did you hear this? It's like, when you're asking your child, you're like, where did you hear this? I did not teach you this. Like, I did not teach you this. So conducted like a whole investigation. He was like, nah, it's Call of Duty. And then he starts and randomly walks around and says it. And it's if my mom hears it, she's like, she gives me the stare of death. How could you?
Right.
I'm like, I'm standing there like, it wasn't even me. It wasn't even me. But then I did start teaching him, saying some other stuff. And it's hilarious because my mom's like, because he pronounces it and it sounds Italian. Russian like phrases, and they're Italian. And I'm just sitting there like waiting for my mum to like react, and she knows I did this on purpose. I'm like, to piss you off. It doesn't piss me off. I sit there and piss myself laughing. Just saying. I enjoy it.
Right.
Great way for a comeback. But anywho.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She did.
So, Richie, for whoever's tuned in and may not know about Gravehuffer, tell us a little bit about Gravehuffer, where you guys are located at, what you guys are up to. Introduce yourself, in case there's people here that doesn't know who you are.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've been around since 2008. We've been doing it for 14, yeah. Oh, quick 14 math. Yeah. Yeah. And so,
I got you.
Man, glad somebody does. So, yeah, we've been doing it for a while. We've got like several albums out, a couple on vinyl, actually. Getting ready to release a new record. That'll be out in the spring. So that'll be cool. And in the interim, we're working on recording some covers. We just released a Twisted Sister cover that's I'm like so excited about. You know, it just came out a couple days ago, and it's off the Under the Blade record. It's called Destroyer, and it's killer. And you can tell we're older because we're covering like all this old 80s shit. Then we did a Godflesh cover before that off the Street Cleaner record, and we got another cover coming out probably in a month. And it's Black Sabbath, Children of the Grave, but we precede that with a portion of a Frank Zappa song called Inca Roads, like part of it. And everybody's like, how the hell is that going to work? And I'm like, oh, you'll find out. So, so yeah, we're just having a blast recording shit. And, you know, we'll be doing touring next year. And we did a fair amount last year and the year before. And, you know, we'll be playing some fests and stuff next year. Like, I think New Orleans is one of them, Tennessee again, Denver possibly Michigan, and a few other things here and there. But we're just now getting started booking stuff. So, but yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be something. Yeah, man. Honestly, yeah, it's like we were talking before the broadcast how busy we've both been, and we've been super busy with the band, honestly. Like
I tell you guys what, any band that's out there, and I don't say these words very often, but I suggest a lot of bands out there. Annabelle is another one that is good with this too. But you guys, you got the bands who get out there and interact with the audience and the people, whether it's social medias or at the shows. It's really cool that, you know, take notes really, because a lot of bands, they get a little bit of a popularity, they start getting too big for their britches, and they don't got time for shows like this or other little smaller shows. I mean, you was on board like immediately when I was a new show when I first started out. You was on board immediately, and I was having a hard time even kind of get a footing in doing this at the time. But you was one of the few that said, "All right, I'll be on your show, no problem." But then bands need to take note of it. You know, you get out there, you share, you communicate with the people that share your stuff out. I mean, it's really a cool thing to see.
Thanks, man.
That's why Gravehuffer is such a mighty entity in the social media world. It's because you guys interact so much with the audience.
You know, I mean, I appreciate that. I really do. It's kind of cool that it gets noticed because. Excuse me, I do work pretty hard on that. And like part of it is probably because of my job. I do printing for a university. So I'm in front of a computer like 24/7, it feels like. And so when I'm not doing anything at work, like if I'm waiting on jobs to come in or whatever, I'll get online and, you know, I'll start blasting out some promo for the band, you know, and my work is cool about that and they don't care. And hell, my boss was my roommate when we first moved in. We first moved out of our parents' house together. Like, he's my boss, and so he doesn't care, you know. So it's kind of like, you know, it's all in the family, so to speak.
Not only do you do that stuff on Facebook, but you show up at radio shows, you hang out,
and chats and stuff,
and chats. Yeah. That's huge. I mean, honestly, being a DJ, you have to love the music. And you have to love doing what you do because, in all reality, you don't get a lot of the bands that you play show up to one of your radio shows to listen. It happens very far and few in between, and it's really kind of sad because if it wasn't for the DJs and the radio stations out there playing the music, you wouldn't be heard, right? So you think that there'd be more people like you guys, GRAVEHUFFER and you, Richie, hanging out in these chats and communicating and mingling with the DJs. You're showing support back. That's really important.
It is, and like the last two like record deals we've had were pretty much because we were chatting with DJs. You never know who you're going to be in those chat rooms. I mean, sometimes there's people in there that are from a record label or from wherever, you know, especially like on Zach's show or whatever, like, you know, that he's got the whole PR thing going with Metal Devastation, and he gets some heavy hitters in there, and you just never know. So, yeah, I highly suggest going into radio DJ chat rooms because they're putting in the work to promote you. So why not return the favor? You know, reciprocation's a big deal to us. And I can tell when we go play shows sometimes, we'll get there and I like people come, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I won't even know, you know, who they are or whatever. Oh, I saw you in blah, 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 or in this chat room or that chat room, or you shared this in this group or that group. And, you know, you just never know who you're going to see or who you're going to meet on the internet, you know? So yeah, it does come back to, give you a good reward sometimes.
Well, it's more than anything, it's common courtesy. I mean,
exactly.
At the end of the day, I would think of it as we're all in this together. It's like a community, a musical community. So at the end of the day, whether you're in a band or whether you're doing, you know, a radio show, a rock show, this, that, whether or even if you're a promoter who's putting the show together, even if you're the sound guy that's at the show, whatever, like it doesn't matter who you are, but you're there, you're putting the time in, and you know you're doing everything to make this all work, to make this all awesome. So we're all there for the same goal. Why not be good to each other?
Yep, it is.
That's literally it. Like it's common courtesy. It's people treating each other like people. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all you gotta do.
Exactly. It's like, and then when we go to tour and do whatever in real life, you know, I'm meeting my internet friends, you know. I mean, and it's always the
friend.
It's so cool. Like, it's like, oh, you're a real person, you know. You're just not somebody on a screen, you know. So I love that about what we do here, you know. I just think it's amazing.
I just love connecting with the people, and that's what brings me the most joy is meeting new people across the world. I mean, you're meeting people all across the globe. Ina, I mean, all the way in Greece. I mean, Annabelle, you're in the UK. I mean, it's nice to meet people all across the globe and make these connections and become friends. And I hope one day that I'll be able to get out there and meet some of these people that I've become friends with here on Facebook as well.
Right.
We're gonna make it to US, I promise, at some point.
We're gonna make it to the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking about it. Where are you at in the UK?
We'll support you, man. We'll support you.
Hell yeah.
Give us a shout.
Where are you located exactly?
We're near London. We're literally
London.
Yeah, literally south of England. I live like literally next door to Windsor, where the Queen used to live.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
But that's it. We want to. I'd love to go to US when they allow me.
Right.
I don't. To be fair, I should say I've got Ukrainian. I've got half Russian, half Ukrainian thing going on. So I'm like,
okay.
I didn't pick sides, so I just turn up and be like, "Can you just let me?" I'm British, all right. As far as I can tell, I'm British.
Right. Yeah.
So,
come on.
Turn up with my British passport, like you can't turn me away.
Right.
They were like, "You got a weird surname." I know.
Oh my gosh.
So
yeah,
I think we should take a break and let's play some music by GRAVEHUFFER, and then when we come back, Grace from Metal Devastation Radio, Thunderhead Show. She's got a question about your coffee. We'll talk a little bit about the coffee. Maybe you try to make some coffee. Nice. We'll talk about some of these new songs that you're coming out with. So you guys stick with us. This is Talking with Demons. I'm Sid. This is Rock Princess Annabelle. We're hanging out with Richie from GRAVEHUFFER, and we're about to play you. We're about to play you like rats. We'll be right back, folks.
Cheers.
Woo!
Where Forever May Fall, and you're watching Inner Demon Media.
What's up, everybody? This is Corey from the band Carbonstone, and you are watching Inner Demon Media. Rock on.
Welcome back, everybody. That was a kick-ass song, sir.
Thanks, man. I can't really take credit for it necessarily as it's a cover, but yeah, it was the original by Godflesh. Don't know if anybody's ever heard of them out there or not, but they're a huge influence on us. that song came out in 1989 originally. And I remember thinking, like, I first heard it in like 91 probably. And that legitimately like scared the shit out of me when I first heard it. You know, I'm like 15, 16 years old. I'm like, who the fuck is this? You know, and it was this just scary sounding music. You know, I was, the heaviest stuff I'd heard at the time was probably like Black Sabbath or Judas Priest or whatever. And so this come on and I was like, whoa, it just was legitimately scary sounding. And so it really left a profound impact on me and all of us really. And but yeah, that was the first song of theirs I'd ever heard. And they're British. They're from Birmingham, I think. And
oh yeah, the Midlands.
The Midlands, the Black Country. And yeah, Sabbath and Priest, and there's some good Napalm Death, I think. Good stuff. Good stuff from there, man.
I'm glad that you said that you had an album that kind of scared you when you first listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
I had that similar experience too when I was young. I think I was born in '74, so the album came out in like '83, so I was really young. And I put in Motley Crue's "Shout at the Devil." Like I had the cassette, and then that intro in the beginning, that just like I'm like at that time though, back in the early '80s, you had that the satanic, what we call it the Satanic Panic, right?
Yep.
You just went through that shit with Metal Devastation not too long ago, and you played at one of the live festivals.
We sure
but I'm glad
did.
you said I had an album that scared the shit out of me too. That was "Shout at the Devil."
That honestly did for me too. I remember getting out the cassette, you know, and I was like, "Ooh," you know, it was spooky. It was, man. I was like 8, 9 years old. So yeah.
Then you have like songs like "Bastard" and "Helter Skelter," and I'm going, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Right? Yeah. Then what happened to them? But no.
Welcome to Children of the Beast. I'm going, "Oh fuck no! Oh no! Jesus Christ, save me right now!"
Right. I still dig me the first couple Motley Crue records, man. That one especially. I still dig that record.
"Shout at the Devil" is probably one of my favorites. I got the original vinyl for it.
Me too. Yep, it's got the pentagram on it and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So anyway, gotta love a bit of pentagram there.
Of course.
Annabelle, did you have that album?
I'll go with a pentagram.
Yeah, you know.
Now, was there an album for you, Annabelle, that scared the shit out of you when you first heard it?
Oh,
perhaps.
To be fair though, I was brought up not to be scared. If you're scared, that means you're showing weakness.
Right.
Just say that's how they train us at that old school KGB. No, no. To be fair though, I think there's definitely different influences, and I've heard a lot of different stuff. Judas Priest is definitely one of them. Black Sabbath, but I never thought it's scary. It's just I just think it's a different approach to music, and it has its own bits that inspire you. Because I'm the sort of person that I find every genre has something to offer. So I a lot of the time I disagree with the people that tend to say, oh, this is the best genre. There is no best genre. Everyone's got their own thing, their niche, you know.
Yeah,
it's something that they go to, that they can relate to better, the best, you know, because they just process it better for whatever reason, you know. You can't just say pop music is just to make you happy, and then I don't know, bands like, let's say, Judas Priest or whatever, it's, you know, to make you angry. That's stereotyping. It's not how it works. Music works in various different ways, and the best way to say it is that it just inspires you differently. So if you look at it from different angles, you'll be able to find something that will give you an inspiration, an idea, something that, you know, gets your butt out of the fucking bed, and then you're like, you know what, I want to write something, I want to do something, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I've never been scared.
You're lame.
Sure.
You know, I've never been scared about it. It's more like, this is interesting. You know, I come with a very different approch to it. I'm like, scientific, or like, let's look into this, shall we?
Nothing scares me because I'm trained KGB. What the fuck ever. Never. Richie, let's talk about this.
Sid, you're not going to have me back on the show now. Like, that bitch got to go.
She never gets scared.
Did you say that bitch has got to go?
I swear you're going to turn around and say to me, after this show, Annabelle, you ain't coming back. You got to go. not with the training that you've had, hun.
Right.
Yeah, for real. I don't want to get
She's
assassinated.
seen things.
The fuck is going on over there? That's what scares her. She's got a fucking tub of snacks. She smashes pizzas by the boxes, not by the slices. What is going on?
Yeah, what's up with your co-host, man?
Right? And she drinks GRAVEHUFFER coffee by the pots and not by the cups.
Yeah.
We don't do cups. Cups are for losers.
Show us this GRAVEHUFFER coffee here. Put it up to the camera. Let's see that.
Ooh, there we go.
Ooh, lovely.
Then what gave you guys the idea to come out with, I know a lot of bands have done like the beers, liquor, and some bands do the coffee. What gave you guys this? What made you decide to do it?
Well, honestly, you've heard of the band Casket Robbery, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have coffee from the same company, and I saw that they had it, and I was like, man, that stuff actually looks really good. And so I contacted them, and they said, yeah, we'd love to do some coffee for you guys. And so they send you this huge list of different flavors and country of origin and all that stuff. So we picked the Ethiopian coffee, and it's very, very different. I've never had coffee like this. It almost looks like tea, but it's like it's a light roast, like a medium light roast, I guess. But man, it'll it'll get you going. Oh gosh, this stuff smells incredible, and people that have bought it are like, that coffee is amazing, and so they must really know what they're.
Now, how much is the bag of coffee?
We're charging $17 on these. You can get whole bean or coarse grind.
Nice. And where can I go to get that?
Our Bandcamp page has a merch tab, and you can get all of our merchandise from there. Like, we got coffee, we've got vinyl, we've got guitar picks. We just have a pre-order for some beanies.
Lovely.
What else? CDs, all the music stuff. We don't really have any shirts at the moment because with this new record that's getting ready to come out, we've got all new artwork that we're getting ready to put out there. So
you have to put some new merch out for the album, so really
exactly. We pretty much sold out of the old artwork shirts. So we're a little short on that stuff. I mean, you can still go to it's seasonofmist.com. They're a record label out of France, I believe, but they do a print on demand store for us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they got hoodies and stuff there. So it's hoodie season. So we'll sell a few of those on there, and they ship internationally, and so it's pretty cool. I got a cat climbing around.
What's the cat's name?
Kit Kat.
Perfect.
Love that.
Yeah.
Let's get Kit Kat on the camera. Let's say hello to Kit Kat.
Come here, Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Come here. Here she is.
Hey, what's going on, Kitty? Camera shy.
She's shy. Okay, you can go.
Hey.
She's like, I
don't
don't like
need
this
this
position.
fame.
I don't like that.
So let's talk a little bit, Richie, about this the new music you're putting out in between the album. So what made you guys decide to start throwing out some covers before the album comes out? Just keep things rolling till the album comes out, or was it just like, or did you even give it consideration, perhaps, that to release some new material but not covers?
Well, yeah, we weren't sure exactly what we were going to do because we had played a lot of shows this year, and we knew we were going to take some time off from shows, and so we weren't sure what we were going to do. And I don't know if it was our bass player Mike that suggested we ought to record some covers because we're always talking about it, and we just never have gotten around to doing it because our rehearsal space has a mixing desk, and we got all kinds of stuff set up to do it. So we're like, well, we might as well just record doing covers. And so we thought, well, let's just record them, and then we can put them out at some point. Well, the line or the queue, I guess, to have vinyl made is almost a year. Like it's gonna. I mean, we turned it in like in late summer, and it's not going to be out till late summer of 23. So
I think that's across a lot of countries in general. Vinyl is insane at the moment.
It really is.
Quite a few bands that I know, and ourselves, we looked into it too. So, so it is skyrocketed, and it's not just the making of the vinyl; it is the time that it takes for it to be made as well.
Correct.
So,
yeah.
Like if I mean, it's a great investment, vinyl in general. Vinyl records. I think it's one of those things where you commemorate the fact that you got this album. It's something. It's an amazing keepsake for yourself as well as your fans and stuff. But by God, it's like gold at the moment, isn't it?
Oh yes, yeah. Honestly, I mean that's not. I mean that you hit the nail on the head, really. Because
literally, like I think like when I say that, a lot of the bands will agree with us here. It's insane where it's gone. It's just you think, the CDs printed like that, couple of weeks, boom, there you go. Here's like 300 CDs for you guys.
Right.
Vinyls, good luck. Like you better sacrifice a goat, speak to Odin. And manage yourself to have an interview with the devil, potentially sell yourself at that point.
That's what we're doing
if you get
now.
to that point.
Yeah.
Maybe, and then maybe you'll get your shipment of your vinyl record. Maybe.
Right. Well, our last record took maybe 6 months, if that, probably about 5 months, and this one's going to take a year. I think part of it is the whole pandemic thing. All these musicians, everybody obviously, but we're all cooped up. And so everybody did was make records for 2 fucking years. Everybody made all these records, and now they're just like, just sending them to all the manufacturing plants, and they're just overloaded, Well,
I think a lot of the problem is though too, is that vinyl for a long period of time was not a thing anymore.
Right.
So a lot of less the companies that used to make vinyl don't anymore. There's so many now. There's so far in between.
Right.
That they're getting bombarded with everybody, like you said, coming out with new music and stuff like that. They just can't keep up.
Right. Yeah. And it really, that's it. They just can't keep up with all the new material that's been
and nobody was expecting vinyl to come back in. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Nobody, and then all of a sudden, every band that's come out and do albums wants vinyl to go along with it. Like, well,
right. Well, vinyl records are the vinyl records are coming back majorly at the moment.
Like they have sold CDs like the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of bands in general have, I know for a fact, that had demand on vinyl records, and it's great to see that such an amazing thing comes back, because I personally think that vinyl records that. Again, doesn't matter what genre you've got. Vinyl records have got something special about them. When artists or bands put their records, put their music onto the vinyl record, it's a different feel. There's something more warm to it, because a CD or a digital download, right? It's all compressed, etc., etc. It's got it's been super duper worked with. However, on vinyl, it's got you get it onto your record player, and then it's got that warmth to it.
It does.
Maybe it's just me, but
no, it's not.
In general, it's something about it. The sound itself is completely different to what you hear in the digital age, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons why it's coming back.
Sure.
I own nothing but vinyl. I don't. As far as physical copies of any kind of music, it's all vinyl. I don't have
same here.
Now, if
still got a lot of CDs, but yeah, I mean,
I think I got a few CDs I have, but I don't listen to them. I don't even own a CD player. I listen to all my music either from doing the radio shows, submissions coming in, or just download them or listening to them on like some paid subscription like YouTube or music or something.
Yeah, you're driving around or whatever. It's easy to
But
listen to
physical
stream
copies,
or
all I
whatever.
own is vinyls, and for me, it reminds me of when I was a child and putting in those 45s
Oh,
and
yeah.
records.
Same
My
here.
dad had just stacks and stacks of old
Yep.
45s and full-length albums,
Oh, yeah.
ranging from Led Zeppelin to Meatloaf to the
Mhm.
Bee Gees to Elvis Presley.
Yep.
I mean,
Love
he
that.
just had, and it's just something about taking that needle and laying it on that vinyl, listening to that fuzz in the
Yep.
background, and then
Right.
hearing the music. It just brings me back to being a kid. And that's why I
Yeah.
love
It's the reality of it as well. It's just for some reason like the quality of the sound is different. I remember a long time ago I was speaking to a friend of mine and we were discussing obviously the musical side of everything, and we were talking about the quality, and for some reason that quality is nothing that the current quality of like digital sounds and whatnot. It's nothing compared to what the vinyl sounds are.
Yeah,
Just
no.
it always has been like that.
Right.
And it is the best thing to invest into. I would definitely say, because it has something. It has that, like that Sid. It's it's a nostalgic side, but it brings you to the simpler times, doesn't it? It
It
just
It
makes
does.
I
Yeah.
remember those days, and it's got such a nice feeling to it altogether.
Right.
So you really can't go wrong with vinyl records. You got the
Yeah.
art, you got the really
Yep.
cool art, which
Yeah,
you
and
can
it's
just
like
hang,
big,
because you can't,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
And then
it's physical,
you got great
tangible.
quality music as well. So
Right.
2 for 2, it's a
Right.
win-win situation right there.
You know, you pull the vinyl out and you're like, whoa. Sometimes it's, it's just black, or it's like this crazy splatter or whatever, like the
Yeah.
last record we put out. I mean, it's like, here, I'll just grab it for you real quick. Hold on.
Yes, absolutely.
He
No,
was
vinyls are they're magical. Like, I think that's one of the best inventions that have
yeah.
come
It just
up.
when it comes to music, our intent,
Okay.
it brings up all these
Sorry about that.
emotions.
Yep.
And I think that's
Headphones
why
back on. But yeah, I mean, you got this. And you got to take it out of the sleeve. You do this thing, and like, it's got the back. You take that out, and
Oh, look at that beauty.
that is custom right there. That is mint.
right,
That is absolutely brilliant.
and like we made it to go with the art.
Oh, I love that. That is a
sleeve.
beauty.
So yeah, that's I think that's
The
really
vinyl
cool.
record itself, of even like
Right.
the artwork, right? The vinyl record itself is artwork.
Yeah,
Looks
exactly.
badass, doesn't it?
CDs are CDs.
Right.
This is like a completely different, trip altogether. Like,
Right.
like
It's
I
a
said,
piece of art.
there's nothing that can, that could top it.
Right.
In my perspective, and
Right.
I find it absolutely awesome. And every single vinyl record is a piece of art of its own
for
caliber.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you got liner notes and posters and all this stuff, and
That was the favorite part of it.
it's an experience.
Yeah,
you have to block out a part of your day to enjoy this
Yeah.
experience. It's like
it's the ritual. It's the ritual of unveiling of that new vinyl record that you buy, right? You're like, right, that's it. I'm taking a whole freaking Saturday off for this.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you open it carefully.
Yep.
Take it out. That's it.
Yeah,
The whole day right there.
All this and this, and it's a big production, and it's like I think people like doing that. Like taking a day out to enjoy their favorite band's record, and I missed doing that. I used to do that as a kid, and I would just sit in front of the record player and put my headphones on. And,
yes, those big ass heavy headphones.
Yeah, those cans. The cans, man, and that sounded amazing. And
right?
like you forget. I think when you get older,
I can remember as a child, in my bedroom at nighttime. And I would make the sound of the needle with my mouth. I would make the sound of the needle, and then I'll play music in my head.
Yeah,
Playing. That's how much I love vinyl. It was just I can remember as a kid just always listening to vinyl records. Every time I get up, go to sleep. It doesn't matter. I had vinyls around me and I was listening to music.
Oh yeah, I'd do the same thing. Like I had a record player. It was like it was a small record player, and it had these like plastic speakers, really strange. And I remember I would take that damn thing to my friend's house, like all my different friends. And we lived in like a trailer park at the time, and they had like the plug-in outside the trailer, and we just sit there plugging in to set the damn thing on the ground. And
that's what I did too.
we just listen to records, dude, and play in the yard with my friends, listening to records. Like it was crazy. Like I couldn't imagine doing that now, but boy, I sure loved doing it back then.
I will.
I probably would.
Let's take a quick break, guys.
Like you can still get those smaller vinyl record, players, and stick it outside.
Like and they fold up and have a handle.
I have one. That's what I have. Is one of those little.
You get Alexa to connect. You're like, Alexa, connect wirelessly.
It's a record player.
Alexa, play GRAVEHUFFER.
All right, let's take a quick break. We're going to play
the needle and the off it goes.
Right.
The new Twisted Sister cover you guys did for Destroyer. We're going to play that now. So, guys, hang out with us. We'll be right back. You guys are watching Talking with Demons. We're hanging out with Richie from GRAVEHUFFER, and this is their latest release, Destroyer, by cover of Twisted Sister song. We'll be right back, guys.
Cheers.
Hey, this is Josie Scott, the original OG lead singer of Saliva, and you are watching Inner Demon Media. Release your inner demons. We all have demons. We just don't try to hide them.
That dance at the end killed me.
That's how I feel about the song. That's how excited it got me.
I love that.
That's hilarious.
You better check your elf. You wreck your elf.
So good.
What a great cover, man. You guys fucking nailed it.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. I mean, we're just having fun with these. We're not really taking them super serious or anything. I mean, that's what covers are for, I think. Just, what influences you, and you just have fun with it. And yeah, like we've got a few more coming out. So we're just trying to keep, for lack of a better term, active while waiting for the freaking record to come out. So since it's taken forever, but it's just the nature of the beast right now. And so
let's talk about that new record. What do you guys come up with the title for the album?
Yeah, we do have a title that I can't really say right now, I guess.
Come on, man.
Yeah, the label doesn't want me to give that out yet.
I get it though.
Yeah, but yeah.
All right, we'll forgive you this time.
Right. But I mean, I can talk about it.
Maybe it's not because you don't want to. Maybe it's not there yet.
Yeah, no,
we'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah,
you should just say, "Oh, it's in the works."
It's in the works.
I love that album.
The thing I hate about it is like we've turned the record in, like the artwork's done, it's all done. The vinyl pressing plants, they've literally got it. It's just like shit, I don't know how many bands were behind, but like it must be a shitload. So but yeah, it's there and it's ready, and it just needs to be, they gotta make the pressing plates and all that. But they gotta do that for 10 million other bands first.
So like, is there like a close, can you give us a close vicinity of a release date?
I mean, we are going to release the CD before the vinyl. We're gonna have to do it separately. The CD will probably be out in March, and the vinyl will probably.
Woo!
Oh, nice! Yes, and the vinyl will probably be September, maybe October, something like that. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a discrepancy between the releases there, but we don't think it's going to hurt the sales of the vinyl. People that buy vinyl buy vinyl. They don't care. That it's already been released on CD prior. So, but we just want to.
The people that buy the vinyl, they'll know that.
Exactly.
They'll know what the difference is. So no,
right.
It shouldn't really hurt anybody at this point. It's sort of a preference, isn't it?
It really is, and I've noticed within the last year or so that bands have been doing that. They'll release the CD, then the vinyl 6 months later. And because we were real hesitant at first to do that, but our label kind of talked us into like, let's just release the CD first and let's get the material out there. And then you guys will have new music that you can play when you go tour that people will actually have heard, instead of waiting until the fall. You're playing all this new material and people have no idea what the hell it is. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably good. Because we want to play new songs. We're already ready to play these songs. And so
I mean, I know you guys have done some touring over the summer. You guys played at the Tennessee Metal Devastation Festival. Did you guys play? Did you play any new songs at the festival? Was it all from like previous albums?
It was all from previous albums. We thought about maybe playing a new track, but we just decided against it for, I don't know why, but but yeah, we're gonna start playing shows again in March, and we're gonna play probably 4 or 5 new songs. So, and I can't wait, because like this new album's got a 7-string guitar on it, which I've never played before in GRAVEHUFFER. So
Ooh.
It's like, and we tune everything down like a step and a half, so it's like really low. Like on these covers, they're using the 7-string, and so yeah, everybody's like pretty interested to see what it's going to sound like. But some people have heard it already. DJ Zach's heard it. A few people have heard it, and they seem to think it's the next logical step, and then some, because we've got one song on there. It's like 22 minutes, and that
was crazy too.
Yeah, everybody's like, "What the hell?"
I listened to it. I think it was.
Yeah,
I listened to it a couple of nights ago because you sent it to me, and I was like, damn. But what's cool about the song, though, even though it's 22 minutes long, it goes through so many changes. I feel that it doesn't feel like it's been 22 minutes.
It does go by really quick, and I guess that's a good thing, because it makes you want more, you know. And with that was
That's
kind of
the
on
magic.
purpose.
That is the magic, though, Richie. If you think about it, right? If you can make a long ass song, right? If you can make a 20 odd minute, 20, 30-minute song that can go by like that, and the listener sitting there and still wanting more, that is the pinnacle of success right there. That means you've succeeded doing exactly what you needed to do with that song. Because sometimes, and there can be some songs where you're like, how long has it been going on? But it's exactly. It's because it doesn't. If you do it right, and when you do it right, it's like a story, isn't it? Because it's not like, you're not replaying the same scene over and over and over again. You don't go see a play and it's like you're stuck on the one freaking scene for like half an hour and you're like, is this going to go anywhere? Is this actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
If you do that with the song, boom, you're sorted. That means you've succeeded with that.
Right. Yeah, and I feel like so far from the response we've got from the few people that have heard it have said that when the label heard it, they were like, wow, I feel like I just listened to a death metal movie. And I'm like, oh, yay. And so
that's so cool.
Yeah. And so we were like, all right, and initially we were going to put out a split, and it was just going to be the 22-minute song for our portion. And then whoever we put the split out with, they'd do whatever they want to do for their 20 plus minutes. And that didn't pan out. And so we're like, well, shit, I guess we better write more songs. So we wrote 5 more songs, and that's the first half of the record. And that's actually the side A, whatever you want to call it, on the vinyl. Yeah. And those songs are more, I hate to say typical, but I guess they're more Gravehuffer-ish. But there's even some stuff in there, like a couple of the songs are like, damn, that's pretty weird. You guys are doing some weird stuff. But I feel like people that have listened to us long enough to come to expect that. Like, we're always a little weird. We've always done like odd things here and there. But this record, we really went all out with the weird.
Well, the weird is the new wonderful. I don't know.
What else exactly.
Otherwise, like, screw them.
Yeah, and it's just like, we might as well just enjoy what we're doing, make the music we want to make. And, sometimes we feel aggressive. Sometimes we feel thoughtful. Sometimes we feel sad, whatever. And so however we feel goes right into the music. I mean, it really does. And we try to keep it as organic as possible.
I think what you guys are going to put out is some really good stuff. I mean, the best you guys I think you put out yet, to be fair.
Thanks, man.
When I listened to it, I was blown away. I was like, this is just really good. And you hear the elements of Gravehuffer, but you also hear things where you guys are experimenting and trying to grow as a band as well. And it had me like, like edge of my seat, like, yeah, all right, let's do this.
Nice. That's cool, man. I'm glad you're digging on it, because there's a little bit, I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's little bits and pieces of it that we're kind of like, man, are people going to like that? But you just got to follow your gut, man, and follow your heart, without sounding cliche. And just do what you want to do. And if you like it, then hopefully the bonus is other people like it. And so far it feels like everybody's like, this is the next logical step for you guys. And, one guy even said, like, I think you guys are going to be like known for this record. And I'm like, well, we'll see. Hopefully that's the ultimate goal every time. Right. So we'll see what happens, but we're real proud of it. For sure.
You should be.
Thank you.
It's really a good album. And I can't wait. I can't wait to start playing some of the stuff off the album on the radio show, to be fair.
Oh, I know. Gosh, I think probably by late January, early February, we'll be able to let people play some of the stuff. So it's coming. Soon. Yes.
Annabelle, what you want to say before I rudely interrupted you?
No, I was gonna say it's really cool. I think that what you guys have done so far, because obviously I've checked you out, and I thought that's really, it is. And as you said, there are some weird nuances, like bits to it, but like it makes it, because again, I find it that it's like you guys have taken what you feel is right to put into the art that you're doing, into the music that you're producing, and it reflects your personalities, the way that you view that this particular piece should be.
Right.
And that is, I think that is the best way artists can go about producing their music, because you want your work, everything that you produce, you write, you record, to reflect you as a band and you as individuals, because that's basically your inner representations. That's what I like think about when artists put their music out there, because you're like, right, it's like a peek into your soul in a good way.
Yeah, you would hope so anyway, you know, at least the stuff that's sincere and authentic, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't want to go all mainstream and do exactly the same thing, because that's not what it's about. Music should be different. Music should be celebrated in all kinds of whatever it is.
Right, whatever emotional context, or you know, however you want to put that. But
exactly,
I totally get it, because I have different music for different moods, you know.
Exactly. And what you guys have done is honestly, it's actually really cool. I'm like, damn. There's a few comments actually. There's a few comments from our lovely listeners here and viewers going, damn. I swear, I'm like, yeah, they know, they know.
I think people do.
So, watch the space.
Right. I think people do know. You know, I think people think the public are stupid, but no, they're not as full of shit as you think. I mean, they know what's up. And, you know, sometimes people understand, like, this is stuff I put on in the background while I'm vacuuming or whatever. And this is stuff I listen to when I put on the cans, put the record on, and get the fucking artwork out, you know, and like, I'm taking the day off to enjoy this, you know. That's the type of stuff that we're trying to go for, is that stuff you want to set aside a day to and experience, you know.
Yeah.
Hello, Simon Richards. How the fuck are you two, buddy? This is the drummer from friends of mine, Ken Strife, out in the UK as well. He's the drummer.
Hey, what's
nice.
up?
Hello,
UK represent.
How are you doing, buddy? So tell everybody, Richie, where they can find everything. I know you said Bandcamp earlier. This is your opportunity to shout out for all your socials, where they can go find your past albums and get updates on the new albums. Give all that information to everybody.
Yeah,
shamelessly. Do it shamelessly.
Like
yes.
Promoting horror.
Right. Well, like honestly, if you go to the Google and you type in Gravehuffer, it's us. It's nothing but us.
Google.
And you're gonna find like pages and pages and pages of Gravehuffer, and you're gonna see Facebook, you're gonna see Twitter, you're gonna see Instagram, Bandcamp. You're gonna see, like, if you click listen or music or whatever, you're gonna see YouTube and Spotify, iTunes, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Deezer.
That's tape with Richie in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Use the Google, folks. Go find that
fucking Google or whatever search, you know, bar you have. Yahoo.
You all thought Tommy was hung. Wait till you see Richie this one. Man, thanks for hanging out with us, Richie, man. I really do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
I always have a good time hanging out with you, man. You're such a good guy. I wish you guys, the band, and you guys the best success you guys can possibly get.
Thank you.
You guys deserve it.
Hopefully seeing you in the UK at some point. So get your butts over here.
We are seriously talking to people over there now. So yes. Sid, where are you at now?
I am right now I live in Bunker Hill, Indiana.
You're in Indiana?
But I was living out in Indianapolis for a while. Then I just recently moved out here to Bunker Hill. But yeah, I'm kind of like I'm kind of like close to Illinois and Ohio. I'm close to Michigan. I'm up a little bit higher. I'm closer. I'm like past Kokomo.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm kind of like in the area.
Okay, well, because like we'll be playing in that area toward the latter part of the year, like September. We're going to be going that way in Michigan, because we've got a festival in Michigan. We're playing at a skate park, And
Oh,
so
nice.
we're gonna be playing shows to and from. So, dude, we've gotta like meet for reals.
I agree. I agree.
You know what I
I think
mean?
we'll have a blast. I did you guys up.
Yeah,
For reals. I'll
Seriously,
make
man.
you
Yes.
Google
The
it.
fucking Google.
You fucking Google it.
You gotta, you know that when you two meet, you gotta get this on camera and be like, we
Oh,
finally
yeah.
met, and do
Yeah.
like a quick live, like, oh my god, he's
Yeah.
real, or like poke his face or something.
Right.
He's real.
I know it's so weird. It's like when you meet people like that you talk to online for years.
Stop.
It's like fucking you meet them. It's like for real, It's like whoa, it's surreal.
You don't really. You think you know somebody. You're friends with them for a couple years on here, and then you think you know somebody until you actually meet them. And then when you meet them, like, damn.
Right.
Damn.
Did I make a mistake?
Oh my god, what the hell?
Why do I show you for?
Yeah, what the? Why do I know these people? I'm deleting them now.
Rotten armpit smells going on. I don't know what.
I smell good.
This is where Sid goes, I'll be the judge of that.
I'll be the judge of that. Come here, Richie.
Yeah. Smells like cashmere.
I smell your armpits.
Come on, Cashmere Woods. Smells like Cashmere Woods.
For real shit, bro.
A quick smeller. To be fair though, Richie, what you can do is send one of your shirts to him. Just be like, "This is a little tester, so you know what to expect."
That would be hilarious. Oh, I see you used OxyClean. Oh my gosh,
he kept the stains. Oh my god.
I don't know about no stains, man.
Armpit wet stains. Well, he kept the stains on them. I love it.
There are probably some salsa stains as well. From the
man. I was eating chips and salsa
chip crumbs
for 3 hours
on the shirt. Oh my god, he's got some on here still. These are Doritos.
It's like cheese smudged on there. Oh my god! Look at all this dust. Look at this weird dust. What is that? Oh my god!
That's a lot of thought right there in that little, parcel.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I remember the time that we talked about this.
I remember that.
Time you swapped shirts and I got your salsa stained nacho,
salsa, chocolate,
armpit stained shirt.
Ice cream. Is that chocolate?
Is that Rocky Road?
Is it? Is that cheese or am I?
Is that is that queso or
no? This is salted caramel ice cream.
Oh.
Anyway, Annabelle, you got some news too about Sugar 66, right? You got a new song getting ready to fix and come out soon. Who don't you?
Do we?
Do you?
You think I know? Yeah. No, we do. What was it? Next Friday, 25th of November. Woohoo! Sid is going to have some of the stuff as well. So at some point, we're going to do a little interview and have a little chit chat about what's coming up. But it's for another time. I'm not, should do. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save the mystery for the release, but it's looking really good. We're very much looking forward to it. I mean, the boys and I are like still working really, really hard. Still recording further. It's been crazy, but it's the next step. It's the evolution of Circus. So it's going well. Like as you said, Richie, you add more. You learn from the previous albums and you add extra, and then you're like, you know what, this is what I can do, this is what we can do, this is how we're gonna take it to the next level and create something even more mind-blowing than it was before. That's literally, as you said, is the aim of the game. Just bring really something that will leave a mark in this world. I mean, like, I hope when I'm dead, people are still going to be listening and being like, you know what? I swear to God, I was so pissed that we get famous when I'm dead. I'm going to be like, what the actual fuck?
Right. You
I'm
have to
gonna
like
be
come back
so
and haunt.
pissed. You know what I
some
mean? Give
people
it
or
100
something.
years. I swear to God, circa 66 are gonna be like top
I mean,
charts. I'm gonna be like,
Right.
are you for fucking real?
Right.
100
What
years?
band was that? Sublime. They got famous right after the lead singer passed away. They released the album, and then they got really fucking popular. But the singer died like a year or two prior to the album being released.
Right. Yeah, I know it's so
I'm not
weird.
planning to die
You
just
just
yet.
jinxed yourself, though.
I mean, it's a
Damn.
good publicity stunt, but like, imagine I come back from the dead. I don't think people are gonna enjoy that very much. But my family festival are gonna be like, was this the KGB's doing?
Yeah, probably.
What did they do to my daughter?
Oh, my secret
I
spy
had
of a
to go into
daughter.
hiding, Ma. I had to go into hiding. I knew things I shouldn't have. I had to kill some people I shouldn't
Yep.
be killing.
That
Natasha
secret.
Romanoff. We
that
got
secret
a
went to your
Natasha
grave.
Romanoff. We got a Natasha Romanoff on Interdemon Media. I thought she died in the Avengers movie Endgame. Nope, she's right here, folks, right there.
That's right. Yeah.
It's Black
See, I'm
Widow.
not ginger or blonde. I had to like go dark because you know.
It's a tougher. And they just blew,
I know.
You
They
just blew your
almost
cover.
blew my cover, bloody Marvel. You know what I'm saying? I had to like change the whole freaking outfit and everything. So I am now a rock chick, and no one will fucking know.
That's right.
Simon
And your
says,
secret goes to the grave.
played with Circus 66 at Sad Fest. Fucking
Yes,
awesome,
we did
man.
with Kids Drive. It was awesome. The Sad Fest was really brilliant. We had really good time. Like, I mean, we did a lot of gigs this year, and I mean, it's nice, and I think Richie will agree with this. Obviously after the pandemic and everything, it was weird at first last year. I don't know about like what it was like in America, but like in the UK, it was really weird. First part of the year, you're just like, it's sort of like you don't know where you stand. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. And then, but this year, it normalized. It's like, oh my God. People are like, I kept saying at every show, going, oh my God, I'm just so happy people are like, you guys are real. Yeah. And people are like, are you good? Are you high? And I'm like, I'm not high. I'm just high on life.
Right.
People are here. Like, I'm feeding off your energy right now because I haven't seen this shit for a few years. It's sad.
It was kind of wild. Like because we had like pretty big crowds, you know. I was like, damn, man. It was really cool. Yeah, you know, you go to play these shows and you're like, damn, there's a lot of people here. And like we played a local show here a few months back and it was just jam packed. I mean, that was the most money that place had made at the door that we've ever played. And it was just unreal. Like you couldn't even hardly walk in there. And I was like, man, this is great. You know, it was so awesome. And
I just really hope that you know, that sort of re-inspired people to go to live shows. And I don't mean like the big shows. I'm talking about even even the going to like the grassroots festivals, because that's where you discover new bands and stuff. And I mean, I know I'm preaching, and a lot of people said this before, but it's true, because at the end of the day, that's where the new talent gets discovered. That's where people should go, and not be afraid to discover something, because as always, you can always see and always, you know, you can always go and see your favorite you know, bands that are like up there on the crazy ass bill, like I don't know, AC/DC. I don't, like, you know, just off the top of my head, think that people like that, you can always go. You know, they had their CDs out. You heard of all their music before, but now, but it's nice to discover something new as well, and just be like, you know what, that shit rocks my boat. And then you know, and that's how you move forward. You got more music to choose from. You're not just stuck on the same thing. It's great to have variety, and if it, you know, suits your mood, it suits your style, why not? Like,
I agree,
guys. Take a risk.
Yeah, it's like that's one of my favorite things about playing shows is checking out the bands. Like, wow, these guys fucking kick ass. You know, like, and then I'm making a beeline to their merch table and I'm gonna buy some shit, you know. And
I do that. And the best thing is, I literally become the #1 fan.
Yeah, like,
like I'm on the front. I'm like, woohoo!
I know.
Loving life, and people are like, do you know who this is? Didn't hear them up until today, but they're great. And everyone's like, this is insane. And then later on, they see me on stage and they're like, Weren't
Yep.
you that crazy chick
Yep.
at the front of it? Yeah, yeah.
I get
now
that
I'm
all
on
the time. 'cause,
Here's
man,
the
I'm
card.
Not as
always,
crazy as I was off the stage. It's
Right.
fine. It's
I'm
normal.
always up
That's
front,
how you
you know?
support each other
Exactly.
as well. Like all the bands do that. Like
Yep.
I know quite a few bands that do that. They like pop up and like, way, and I'm like, yeah.
I know,
great.
it's so cool. You'll be up playing and you're like, hey, I just saw you. You were up there on stage too. You
It was
know?
just me like
it's-
moonwalking, go.
Right. Yeah, I love that. It's so cool, you know.
It is that show that I'm so glad shows are back into
me too.
the rotation, because I think that's one of the things that in a way I didn't, stop me if I'm wrong, but in a way I think the pandemic sort of made people rediscover to be wanting to go and make effort and go and see live shows.
Right.
In a way, it took some time, and yes,
Mhm.
we had that recovery period, so to say, but
Right.
it seems that a lot of people started missing being in the atmosphere of a
Right.
festival, or
Mhm.
being in the atmosphere of a gig, and it's
Mhm.
great to see. It's very healthy to see, because a lot less fighting and a lot more like, oh my god, I'm just here to enjoy myself and just have
Yes.
much less drama and shit happening. I'm like,
Right.
unless you're having a heart attack just because you're having such a good time, then then it's
Right, yeah.
forgivable. But
Yeah, right.
none of the other baggage. We don't need
Right.
any other baggage.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
just here to have fun.
That's right. Exactly.
Hell
that's
yeah.
that's a 100% like accurate point. You know?
It's just my outlook on life. It's just
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people, like the majority of people that we see at shows, are like, I couldn't fucking wait to get to a show, you know? And like, it's not like they took it for granted necessarily, but
no,
maybe
but a lot of the time it's just that a lot of things got in the way. And it's not because people are like, oh no, I just don't want to go. It's more like, oh, that a lot of other commitments have taken
Right.
so much time and place, and it's understandable. It's human nature, because oh, I gotta work, I gotta do this,
Right.
all of this stress, and a lot of
Mhm.
people sort of forgot that it's good. Like going to gigs, everyone who's listening, going to gigs is good for you mentally,
It really is.
physically, and spiritually.
It
And I'm not
is.
just saying that because I like going, but it's literally scientifically proven. Even though you may be knackered the next day, whatever, that knackeredness goes in a day. The mental
does.
state afterwards is freaking nirvana state, because you're
Right.
like, oh my god, I enjoyed the best shit, like music wise.
Right.
The atmosphere is incredible. You go home and you're like, I'm knackered, but I fucking loved it. And then
Right.
you can't complain.
Yeah.
And it is good for you. It is
Yeah.
good for you. So you can't really lose. So I think that's
Exactly.
what a lot of people started to rediscover now the
Mhm.
pandemic has finished, and all these shows are back and running and stuff. So
Right.
it's good to see that a lot of people are supporting it, and I'm like, yeah.
Yay. Yeah, it's like everybody's priorities kind of shifted a little bit, like,
Yeah, I think
you
a
know,
lot
that,
of people are like,
that
YOLO.
commitment can, yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly, YOLO. You only live once,
YOLO.
And it's like,
Oh my god,
I can wait to do
thing
that
to say, I'm
later.
gonna shut the fuck up now.
Right. This show's happening. I'm gonna do that.
I bet Sid's like, fuck it.
Oh my god.
You got issues, Annabelle. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Hey, I got good issues, bad issues, weird issues. You take
You
your
got
pick,
more-
man.
you
But
got
I love
more-
my issues. My issues make me.
You got more issues than Time Magazine.
Damn.
But that's all I
And
know.
you know what? And I literally rule that shit like there's no tomorrow. So I'm good.
That's
To be
right.
fair, I'm just as bad though. I am. I got a lot of issues too.
Oh yeah, we do. And like she said, like going to gigs, that's the way to like
Release
that
those
shit,
issues.
man.
It's
Purge
like going
that
to see
shit.
Dr. Phil.
Yep. I mean,
Better than taking pills, man. Better,
serious.
and
Mhm.
better for your health, better for your wallet, and in general, just good for you.
I don't know about better for
Like
wallet
I said,
anymore.
kind of-
Let's not get carried away with the wallet thing. It's getting a little heavy.
Woo.
No, I mean wallet
No.
wise, as in like, well, I don't know. Unless you like spend hundreds on the merch, then maybe. But it's your choice.
The news here is Ticketmaster. It does a lot of the big concert gigs. All right, so like tickets for Blink-182 are going for thousands and thousands of dollars.
Right.
tickets to go. And I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift, but just using an example, she's another example of Ticketmaster gouging the buyers. They're like charging $5,000-$6,000 a ticket.
Oh yeah. It
For
was
what?
ridiculous.
To like, is this a VIP?
No,
Oh.
just to see the fucking show.
Yeah. Just a seat.
$6,000. So that would be about let's say £5,500 just to stand in the crowd to see Taylor Swift moan into the mic.
No, or Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, they did an interview with him as well.
Yeah.
They're charging $5,000-$7,000 a ticket as well.
Come on.
And he's
Right.
cool with it.
Standing. This is just entrance.
This is just to get in and
just
have a
sit down
seat.
and listen to the
have
show.
yeah, it's not even.
What?
Yeah.
That's
And
insane.
he's down with it. He was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking fine with it." Like, dude, you've made millions. You're a fucking legend. What the fuck
Right.
are you? Or how are you okay with this?
Right. Yeah, it's like this
I'm sorry,
Ticketmaster. It's like this
6,000.
on-demand
Oh my.
pricing or whatever it is, and it's like, man, it's all this resale bullshit. Like
They monopolize the ticket sales here. in
they
the
really
States.
have.
That's happened. And
That's
one,
insane.
like,
That is
it's
Live
fucked up.
Nation worked
Here's me bloody complaining about download tickets costing £300, which is about $400 in American
Right.
currency.
Yeah.
And we get like a whole day, I don't know, of freaking Iron Maiden or other bands. There's like a whole and this is we're talking about 300 quid, 400 quid for 3-day event.
Mm-hmm.
But like 5,000, like again, I'm talking pounds wise, but
Yeah, that's crazy.
$6,000 just to
I'll never go
enter the arena. Are you?
Oh yeah,
nice?
just to get in and sit down. Yeah, that's
sit down and
fucked
listen to Bruce Springsteen.
well, at
Right.
least you get to.
Sing
They
one
better give me a
right there.
fucking throne for $6,000. I'm just fucking saying.
Right.
I better get a fucking crown as well on top of
Right.
it, and a fucking
Yeah.
and a dispenser for drinks on the side. Just click, drink, fucking yeah.
Right. Yeah,
$6,000.
exactly. Yeah.
What?
I better get a good seat. Just saying. I will be that person that complains. I'll be like, Trustpilot, fucking
Right.
TripAdvisor, motherfucker. $6,000 for an uncomfortable seat, which had gum. Got stuck to my butt. This is unreal. Like,
She's in there leaving bad reviews.
I'll take the $5,000, hire people to write bad reviews on them.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus.
Fuck you, Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
dude.
way,
Yeah.
fuck you too, Swifties.
Right. Yeah.
But honestly, I'm sorry. That's just bad. Oh god, that's
That's what it's
wrong.
come to here in the States. Anyway, we get
Sad,
way off
isn't
track.
it? It's just like, how are you supposed to enjoy the music if it's like,
When you had to go get a bank loan to get the ticket.
Seriously,
bro, you gotta
fuck, man.
remortgage your house 3
I'm
times over
stressed.
just to make it.
I'm
fucking
stressing out. I'm gonna make the fucking payment to go see the goddamn
Well,
guy.
yeah, it's like I might as well sell my fucking car. You know, I mean,
Literally.
insane.
yeah.
Anyway, we gotta end this show. We can go on. We ended
On
it for
that note, let's end it on something positive. There's shit ton of amazing music out there, guys. From GRAVEHUFFER to Sex 66 and King Stripe and many, many, many other bands. So if you can't afford the $6,000, I suggest you don't do it, and you go to see your local bands and grassroots festivals and support and love these people, because guess what? We work just as hard and we do our very best to make sure that the music survives and goes on and on and on and lives and picks people up and makes everybody's day a better day. Because that's
Exactly.
what we're here for.
1,000%.
note,
Yes.
Everyone have a great fucking Saturday.
Yes.
And I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for having me.
We'll have before we go.
Oh.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna play one last video song by GRAVEHUFFER as we close the night out. Custom of the Sea. We're gonna play that song. Be sure to tune in Tuesday for the Witches Hour. Myself, Papa, and Luna. We're gonna give away some more free turkeys. The last chance to get some free turkeys. So be sure to tune in Tuesday
Very cool.
at 8 p.m. What we're doing this time is we're matching turkeys. So
cool.
Papa, whatever turkey I give away, Papa's matching it. So we're gonna I've already given away 4 turkeys already this weekend. So Be sure
Nice.
to tune in Tuesday for that.
Cool.
Outside of that, guys, you have a safe week. We'll catch you here Tuesday, 8 p.m. on the Witches Hour. You guys have a great night. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Take care.
Hi, we're Amongst Liars.
And you're watching Inner Demon Media. Release your inner demon.